If you ever want to increase your work productivity, then you should consider using these popular Excel keyboard shortcuts. There are over 200 shortcuts in Excel. How many do people think they know? Now, research has it that 26% know 10 or less. 61% know between 10 and 50 keyboard shortcuts, and only 10% know between 50 and 100 keyboard shortcuts. How many do you know? Now, in this video, we will be looking at 20 very popular Excel keyboard shortcuts you should know. Here are the top 5 reasons for learning Excel keyboard shortcuts. It helps you to work faster and more efficiently, and you can easily manage huge amounts of data. It helps you to maintain accuracy and consistency. Also, you have a better understanding on how Excel works. Before we go into the Excel keyboard shortcut proper, I want you to support our channel by smashing the subscribe button. Also like and share this video. The first Excel keyboard shortcut that we'll be looking at is the cut, copy and paste. Yes, this might sound so basic, but it is very popular among Excel users. Now look at this set of data that we have here. To cut data in an Excel sheet is as easy as selecting the cell, hitting Ctrl and X on your keyboard, and it cuts the set of data. Once it cuts, you notice that it is highlighted thus. Go to the cell where you want to paste it, then Ctrl V will paste that set of data. Remember, when you cut, it moves it from where it was previously to where it is now. So I'm going to undo what I've just done, and I'm going to hit copy. So I'm copying this cell instead of cutting it. Now I want to cut this cell here now. So have you now seen how to use the cut, copy and paste feature in Microsoft Excel? Now the next Excel keyboard shortcut key that I'll be looking at is the paste special. It's different from paste. Is that right? Paste special is extremely powerful. You can paste values, paste formulas, paste formatting, and even paste column width. How about that? You can activate this Excel keyboard shortcut by holding down Ctrl, Alt, and V on your keyboard. So if you are using a Mac, what you just need to do is to hold down Ctrl, Command, and V, and it will be triggered. All right, so we have this set of data on our screen, and we want to just copy one of these, and we're going to use paste special Excel keyboard shortcut to paste it somewhere else. All right, so what you're going to do is, if you notice, all these are calculated values. Is that right? So with a sum if function, so just look at our formula bar. So, but if you just copy this and you come to somewhere else and paste it, you notice that it's giving you 0. So how best can we paste this? Now the best way to paste this particular value somewhere else on our screen is to, first of all, copy it, go to where you want to paste it, then hold down Ctrl, Alt, and your V key, and this paste special dialog box comes up, and it says what? Paste all, paste formulas, paste values, paste formats, paste comments. You can even paste column width. You can carry out an operation on it, but what you want to paste is just values in this case. So you just hit enter. So you just paste the value. You notice that it has gotten rid of the formula that comes with this particular value. How about that? So another way to use paste special is if you want to transform a set of data, maybe from column to rows. All right, so suppose we want to transform this set of data, want to transpose it. You select this by copying. All right, so come to where you want to paste it, then hold down Ctrl, Alt, and V, and it brings all this. So the only thing you need to do is to click on what? Transpose, and you hit what? OK. So all your column data has been transformed to rows, and all your row data to columns. How easy can this be? You can also go ahead to play around with this. Now, the next Excel keyboard shortcut that can make your work very, very easy is the fill down shortcut. All right, and you can activate this shortcut by holding down your Control D on your keyboard, and it does the magic for you. The fill down Excel shortcut is an excellent way to copy values from the cell above without copy pasting it. So you can also fill right by using the word Control R. Right, now look at this particular set of data that we have here. I want to fill the content of these cells down without copying and pasting. So what you just need to do is to select the cell where you want to fill up with, and you hit what? Control D. I notice that it fills it up for me automatically. Control D, it fills it up. So hit enter, Control D, it fills it up, Control D, it fills it up like that. Is that not super awesome? So supposing I want to fill right, all right, so it's going to fill right with this content now. So I'm going to hit Control R and it feels right. Okay, so if I hit Tab, Control R and it feels right. So if I hit Tab, Control R and it feels right. How easy can this be? You never can tell when you'll be needing all these shortcuts, but knowing it will make you very, very powerful as far as using Microsoft Excel is concerned. The next Excel keyboard shortcut that I'll be learning how to use and that increases your productivity is the Extend Selection keyboard shortcut. And you can activate this keyboard shortcut by holding down Control, Shift, and your arrow keys. All right, so your command on your Mac will do the same work for you. Command, Shift, and your arrow keys. Is all right? So this is a table that I have here, and I want to extend selection for different parts of this my table. So what I just need to do is to locate any point within that particular table, hold down Control, Shift, and any of the arrow keys. All right, so if you notice, I press up and it selects that range of data from when my cell is selected upwards. All right, so I just hit the cell again and I hold down Control, Shift, and the down arrow key. I just let you see what is happening. All right, so select the cell again. So Control, Shift, and the left arrow key. All right, so Control, Shift, and the right arrow key. Is that not super awesome? So let us see how it works. So Control, Shift, and the up arrow key. While this is selected, if I go ahead to hit Control, Shift, and the right arrow key, it selects that. So whilst it is still selected, if I hold down Control, Shift, and the left arrow key, it goes like that. So this keyboard shortcuts actually comes handy, especially when you want to extend selections. The next Excel keyboard shortcut key that we'll be looking at is the toggle formula reference. Who likes to type the $ in a formula? No one. Definitely not me. So you can use this shortcut to quickly rotate through all the absolute and relative cell references or mixed cell reference. All right, so you can activate this keyboard shortcut by holding down the function and your F4 keys. So depending on the keyboard, you can also press the F4 key to activate this same shortcut. If you are using Mac, you can hold down Command, Shift, and T key on your keyboard. All right, now have this set of data and we have this calculated value. So this calculated value is such that the unit price is multiplied by the unit cost to get the total cost. Supposing we want to add the $ to this particular cell E2. Now, ideally, some other persons will decide to add the $ manually by hitting $ here, that is Shift 4, and adding it here also. But that is not efficient enough. That is not going to make you more productive enough. So one thing you can do to make it faster is to select this cell and hit what? Function F4 on your keyboard, and it adds that automatically for you. You can also hit on what? F4 depending on your keyboard layout and settings. Is all right? So you can select the cell and hit what? Function F4. All right, so whatever range of cell that you've selected, you'll notice that it works out for you. So this is exactly how to add the dollar sign, and is super easy. The next Excel keyboard shortcut that we'll be looking at is the Autosum keyboard shortcut. Alright, so you can activate this by just simply hitting the Alt and the equal sign on your keyboard. So Alt and equal sign activates this. Okay, so make sure before you input this keyboard shortcut, the cell that you selected is immediately below or by the side of where you want to input your answer, or where you want your answer to be displayed. All right, so with my cell G14 selected, I can go ahead to hit what? Alt equal sign on my keyboard, and you notice that what? It auto sums that range of cell from the top up to where it stops, and when you hit enter, it's going to give you the total sum. This is a classic magic shortcut to automatically insert a sum function. You can use AutoSum to sum rows, columns, or even an entire table in one step. How about that? So supposing I come here and I want to sum this whole guys in this row, although it doesn't make sense, but let us see how it works. So you just hold down Alt and equal sign, and it sums up all those. When you hit enter, it gives you the answer like that. If you're using Mac, you can hold down Command T and it will still give you the same answer. Another way to increase your productivity using Microsoft Excel keyboard shortcut is to quickly insert the current date and time. How about that? Now you notice from this range of data, we'll have the today's date column and we'll have the current time column. Now to quickly insert today's date, what you just need to do is to select the cell where you want to insert the date, hold down Ctrl and your semicolon key, and it inserts today's date for you automatically. How easy can that be? Hold down Ctrl and your semicolon key, and it inserts today's date for you. How do you now go ahead to insert the current time? It is quite easy. Select the cell that you want to insert the current time, hold down Ctrl, Shift, and your semicolon key, and it should insert the current time automatically. How about that? All right, the current time, hold down Ctrl, Shift, and the semicolon key, and it does that for you. This next set of Excel keyboard shortcuts are very powerful and also popular and easy to use. The first one on our list here is the Select All keyboard shortcut. You can activate this keyboard shortcut by holding down your Ctrl and your A on your keyboard, and it should select the whole range of data. Are you seeing how it has selected this whole range of data? You can also hold down your Command and A on your Mac to do the same thing. So this shortcut will select all data in the same region, so you can use it whenever you want to select an entire table. Supposing you want to go to the first cell or the last cell, how do you do that using your keyboard shortcut? It's very easy to achieve. What you just need to do is to hold down your Control and your Home key. I notice that you go to the very first cell, that is the first column and the first row. All right, so while you are still there, supposing you now hold down Control and your End key, you notice that you go to the very last row and the last column of your selection. In this case, which is cell what? L20. Remember, Control Home will bring you to cell A1, and Control End will bring you to cell L20 as far as this table is concerned. Another way to move around your set of data is to hold down your Control and any of your arrow keys. Okay, I see how you are jumping to different parts of your screen. Okay, so Control and any of the arrow keys. So depending on what cell is selected, I hold down Control, I jump. Okay, I jump, I jump, I jump. All right, so that is how you can actually navigate. All right, so if you want to see more magic, you can combine Control, Shift, and Home. I notice that everything from where your cell is to the very first part of your table is selected. So if I still hold down Control, Shift, and End, I notice that everything is selected first. All right, so if I select this and I hold down Control, Shift, and End, notice how the selection goes. Now, these shortcuts are a must know if you work with large data sets. So they let you move to the edges of the data instantly without tedious scrolling. How about that? So make sure that you understand how these shortcuts are used to select your range of data. Okay, so it helps you to quickly move, it helps you to quickly navigate. How awesome can that be? Excel keyboard shortcuts to increase your productivity. So just like we say that they are popular, they are also very easy. The next Excel keyboard shortcut that we'll be looking at is the keyboard shortcut that helps us to repeat our last action or to undo the last action. So supposing I go ahead to select this range of cell and hit delete, it deletes it definitely. Now supposing I go ahead to hit Ctrl Z, it undo the last action. So supposing I now go ahead to hit Ctrl Y, it repeats the last action, which is delete. So these keyboard shortcuts are very, very easy to implement. This set of Excel keyboard shortcuts are really amazing. They feel handle Excel keyboard shortcut. From this our table, you'll notice that we have this total revenue column. Double clicking on the little square at the bottom right of this actually does wonders. It copies down this formula that is on this cell down this column. All right, so let us go ahead to double click it. All right, now this is what the fill handle Excel keyboard shortcut does. It's actually not a keyboard shortcut in the real sense, but it is still one of the most powerful features in Excel because it will copy a formula or a pattern down a column to the bottom of the table in one click. All right, so it doesn't need you to maybe start performing the same function all over again, maybe trying to impute the formula all over again. So just a click, just double click here and it fills up that for you. Now, the next Excel keyboard shortcut that we'll be looking at is the insert or delete columns and rows. How about this? How easy can this be? Now, the first thing you do is to select the cell that you want to insert the column to the left of it. All right, because once you are inserting column, it's always inserted to the left of the column that is what selected. Now you hold down Control, Shift, and plus sign, and it inserts the column for you. Do you see how the new column was inserted? Now, if I want to insert a column before the order ID, I select this and I hold down Control and Shift, then the plus sign, and it does the insertion for me. Now, you might be wondering, how do we now go ahead to delete columns that we've inserted? So let us go ahead to insert more columns. So Control, all right, and it insert more columns for us. So supposing we want to delete, what we just need to do, I can select the cell that I want to delete. I hold down Control and minus, it deletes. Clicking minus again, it deletes. All right, it deletes like that. So it's very easy to delete, and you can now go ahead to undo what we've just done because we have some calculated values showing what reference error. So if you are working with Mac, you can still hold down Control plus I on your Mac to get the same result. Is it not very, very easy? How do you enter the edit mode for an active cell without taking your hands off the keyboard? Is as easy as pressing what? Function F2, and you enter the edit mode for the active cell. Very, very easy. So for any active cell, you can easily hit function F2 to enter the edit mode. So you can edit or change data as the case may be. Remember, function F2. So depending on your, function F2. So depending on the settings of your keyboard, it can be that you just click what? F2. But in this case, my keyboard has a primary function. So when I hit function, it will kind of make it to execute the secondary function. Now, this next Excel keyboard shortcut is going to amaze you. So we are going to enter same text into multiple cells. How do you do that? Use this keyboard shortcut whenever you want to enter the same value or formula in more than one cell at a time. You'll be surprised how often you use it once you understand how it works. Now, look at this set of data that we have here. Supposing I want to enter the same cell into these multiple cells. So what I just need to do is to select this range of cell, all right? Then type in the content that I want to enter. So supposing I want to change everything to pen, all right? So what I just need to do is type in the pen, then hit what? Control Enter. I notice that everything will change to pen. How about that? So I undo and let us repeat what I just did. So select all and type in what you want to change it to. Maybe binder. All right, binder. And hit what? Control. Don't hit enter. All right, enter will just change the content at that instance. But hitting control enter will change everything as that. Now, the next keyboard shortcut that we'll be looking at is the format cell keyboard shortcut. Is that right? You can hit control 1 for any selected cell to format the cell appropriately. You have full control of how you want to format the cell. How about that? So you can format the cell for number as far as currency is concerned, formatting to date and time, percentage, fraction. You can even go ahead to change the alignment, the font, the border, fill, protection, and all that. How easy can this be? And it will even give you the preview for you to just see the preview of how it will look like. All right, so control 1 and it brings up this for you. So you can also select a range of cell and hit control 1. And so in this, so supposing we'll make this currency and we select the symbol. So the symbol is maybe this and hit OK. You notice that it will be formatted appropriately. So control 1, the currency is behind it. So let us make sure that the currency is the one that is in front of it. So let us select maybe English dollars. All right. So you hit OK. I notice that it is formatted appropriately. Microsoft Excel powerful keyboard shortcuts. Now we have this set of data. This Excel keyboard shortcut will help you to select visible cells only. Now this set of data will actually help you to select visible cells only, right? So especially if you want to copy and paste the content of a cell from one place to another. Suppose we'll now go ahead to hide column D, all right? So we also hide column B, all right? We want to copy this content now to another location. So I'm going to hit Control C now. I'm going to locate where I want to copy it to, hit Control V. So despite the fact that some of these columns here has been hidden, right? But when I copy it, it still copies everything. So how do you just select and copy only the visible range of cells? So how do we now select and copy only the visible range of cells? You use the Excel keyboard shortcut, Alt and the semicolon key. All right. So the trick is to copy only what you see. It is priceless when you are manually hiding rows and columns. So you select the range of set data that you want to copy. All right. So you hold down Alt and the semicolon keyboard shortcut. Locate where you want to paste it, and you simply hit what? Control V, and it does the pasting for you. So what I just need to do is to select the range of cells, right? So hit Alt and the semicolon key to select it. Hit Control C to copy what you selected, all right? Then select where you want to paste it, then hit Control V. I notice that everything will be pasted for you without the hidden values. How about that? Is that not super easy? All right. So first of all, what you just need to do, step 1 is to make your selection, then select visible by hitting what? Alt semicolon. All right. Then you now copy what is selected, then come down to where you want to paste it and Control V. It's pasted for you. Now, the next keyboard shortcut that we'll be looking at is how to turn set of data to table. Now this might look like a table, but they are not actually tables. So a very fast way of turning set of data to table is by hitting Control T, and Excel will bring up this prompt that says what? Create table. So it's asking you a question. So where is the data for your table? It's actually the one that has been selected, and it prompts you to show if your table has headers. So definitely our table has headers. So you make sure that this is ticked off. And once you're through, you hit OK. And this is actually converted to a table. I notice at this part of our toolbar is the name of the table. So we can easily go ahead to name our table, maybe first table. All right, so you can just give it a name. So first table. So once you are through, you just hit enter, and that table takes up that name. So there are many advantages of transforming your set of data as a table. One of it is that it makes your work with Excel formula very, very easy. Alright, so before now, I cannot easily call up maybe any of these column headers. Alright, so but now I can easily come here and use these column headers in Excel formula. So hitting equal to, I can now say equal to, I can make reference to this. All right. So it will tell you what the name of the table is first table, and it is what? Headers. And the name of that particular column is what? Total revenue. How about that? The last but not the least Excel keyboard shortcut that we'll be looking at is how to toggle our formula on and off. So this particular keyboard shortcut is actually very, very powerful, especially if you want to troubleshoot your formula, if you want to see what's actually going on with your formula. So to activate it, you press your Control and your tilde key, and it shows the Excel formula. So when you press it again, it hides it. So you can just press the Control and the tilde key, and it will turn it on and off. So hope you have gotten value in this video. Excel keyboard shortcuts to skyrocket your productivity, especially if you are an office worker, if you're a professional, if you are a HR, or if you're a data analyst. So any of this, you can actually make use of all these powerful and famous Excel keyboard shortcuts. Go ahead to support our channel by smashing the subscribe button right away. Also like and share this video. Now we've made a course for you if you want to go from beginner to pro level in Microsoft Excel. The link is in the description. Go ahead to watch the video on your screen that shows you more Excel keyboard shortcuts that you can use. Microsoft Excel made easy.